Hello everyone, it's Jane Birkinshaw from Love Your Lens here. I hope you're all having a good week wherever you are. Thank you very much for all the submissions for the theme of soft for Live Shoot Love, the weekly photography challenge for Love Your Lens. You can see some of the ones that I've shortlisted here in this collage. And what I'm going to do now, there is quite a lot of them, but what I'm going to do now is go through with a very quick commentary on each so that you can see why I've picked these ones out and which one I ultimately decided was my favourite after a lot of deliberation. And hopefully I've attributed the correct image to the correct people this time. So this first one by Marie Tate of Marshmallows, bang on for the theme. Nicely shot, nicely purposely overexposed to emphasise the soft feel. I feel as if the composition could have been slightly better, perhaps with a dish pushed off to one side and the marshmallows spilling across somehow. But otherwise, really liked this shot. Thanks, Marie. Then on a similar colour theme, actually, we've got this shot of Lisianthus by Emma Hayes. I really like the arrangement that you've done, and they are a beautiful soft flower, one of my favourites actually. I didn't mention this on Marie's shot, but it's the same sort of comment applies here, that I'm not sure if you were going for a white background, Emma, maybe it's actually soft grey, but these colours can be extremely difficult to shoot on and to look nice and crisp and even. You can see that you've got sort of shadowing around the corners here and different kinds of light here, and sometimes it's better to actually use a different colour or a slightly textured background, and then you get away with the differences in light that you get with natural daylight. So if we just flip back to Marie's, you can see the same thing going on here, that you've got some greyness around here and then the white here. It's actually very, very difficult to achieve a completely white background with natural daylight, and when you do see it, it's often had a lot of processing afterwards to make it consistently white. I avoid solid white backgrounds if I can, and as I said before, I'd use a texture because it's a lot easier to get away with. Then if we move on to this shot of these two dogs playing by Patricia Massey, it is a lovely soft moment, and that's why I picked it out. I also like the processing that you've used on it. It's got quite a kind of rosy warm feeling to it again, which reinforces the soft theme. Another dog, a pug. And again, everything in that picture says soft. The dog's soft, the textures are soft, so I picked it out for that reason, a good match, and that one's by Anthony Henshaw. This was a favourite, really liked this one by Denise Dawson, of this soft poached egg. It's nicely done, and it really fits the theme well. The colours are nice and vibrant, and it's actually a really nice food shot, so well done, Denise. Then we've got a couple of shots by Elaine Bolton, and I have to say I'm really impressed with the experimentation that Elaine's done here, and she's had a go at some of it in the past as well. She's done a lot of processing, and it'll be interesting to know exactly how she's achieved what she's done here. And also in the next shot as well, that's a droplet of water with glitter in it, and very, very well, it's excellent to see such lovely experimentation going on, because this sort of thing will really grow your photography. Then we move into a whole load of shots of dandelions, and you guys have hijacked my theme this week and done a new one of Battle of the Dandelions, and there were some really strong shots. So this first one is by Emma Kate Wright, and yeah, it's really nice. The colours are nice. I would have just done away with this dead stalk here, either through cropping, which probably would have been the easiest route. If you felt that it was going to be a bit tight against this edge here, then you could just Photoshop it out as well fairly easily. Really liked this one by Denise. You've had a cracking week, Denise, well done. The composition on this one is fantastic to shoot from below like that. It works in so many different ways. The threes are always good, odd numbers in composition, but they're all somehow linked by these seedlings, seeds that are coming out from each of the dandelions. And its simplicity, the negative space, is what really lends this strength. It would be great to see it in a high contrast black and white as well, I think, but it's certainly, the colours are soft in this, so obviously that kind of works with the theme as well. Cracking shot. Then we have this one from Emma Goff, a real close-up of a dandelion head, where you can really see the kind of like umbrella shape of all the different seed heads. Yeah, really nice close-up. Pity about this blade of grass here, but I know, you know, it is what it is when you do flower shots like this. Like the contrast of the black background as well, so well done, Emma Goff. Yeah, this one, another strong dandelion, well, not dandelion, seeds. It looks more like a type of thistle, this one, but the movement of these seed heads again, blowing off in the wind, is just great, and the textures in here and the clarity, fantastic. Another top favourite shot of mine for this week by Jill Shaw. Yep, and another one. I mean, you've really excelled yourselves in these dandelions. Emma Hayes, another great angle, low down. Beautiful light coming through the seed heads here, and really love the bokeh in the background here. For those of you who haven't come across the term bokeh, it's B-O-K-E-H. It's a Japanese word for this kind of artistic blurring in the background. Often it's circles. If you've cut light, sparkly bits of light, it will be circles, but also these kind of more abstract shapes also fall into the realm of bokeh. So yeah, really nice shot there, Emma. You could argue perhaps it should have been off to one side, but hey, let's break the rules. I actually think it works quite well in the centre. Jill Shaw again, with this close-up of hydrangea. There are a few comments on the colour. It is an amazing colour and slightly more unusual for a hydrangea, and again fits the theme of soft, very soft velvety petals, and the fact that it's gone off into lovely soft focus in the background. So nice strong shot, lovely colours. Okay, then this beautiful owl by Chris Talbot. The detailing on the feathers is amazing, and you know, you've got so super close up, you can see each individual feather, and the composition is superb. There's nothing that draws the eye away from what you want to see, which is this beautiful owl's face. Nice depth of field in the background, so that's a really beautiful shot. Well done, Chris. And again, similar comments for Eric here. Beautiful detailing here on this bird. Beautiful soft feathers. I feel as if it might be slightly over sharpened, but correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, I really don't mind. It's just my impression is that it's a little over sharpened on these feathers. But beautiful portrait of this little bird. Slightly overexposed on his beak here, because he's sitting just in a little patch of dappled sunlight, but you know, really soft little chap, very nice. Yeah, this shot really tickled me, and probably quite a few of you as well. Extra soft shot. I mean, it's very clever, really fantastic interpretation of the brief here by Ian McKee, and I really like your composition. You filled the frame. This is off centre, but still your point of focus, and all the texture and everything provided by the maggots, basically. Great shot, Ian, love it. Now, Marilyn, this one has the makings of a good shot. I love the idea of the sheep's head wedged between two other sheep and the wool, etc. Unfortunately, it's not quite sharp, and it's a little overexposed as well. So certainly go for that type of shot again, because it fits the brief 100%. You've filled the frame. It's a great composition, but unfortunately spoilt by just being off in the focus and exposure. So go for that again. Okay, another shot by David Riley of a nice landscape, early morning I would guess, with the soft mist and the soft colours. So spot on brief, David. Really like that shot. I'd love to see it high resolution actually, it's really nice. And then we've got this shot by Simon Hepburn, which just tickled me really. If you know me and follow my feed, you'll know that I've got a Bedlington, and this is a very soft breed of dog, beautiful soft fur, and the fact that he's so soft that he's being carried. So, and very Venice, isn't it, or Italian. And I know Simon's been in Venice. So just pick that out as one of these shots where you just quickly see something, press the shutter, it's a snapshot, but it's actually a nice shot. Slightly off focus, I think, there, Simon, but we'll let you off. Okay, so back to my favourite. I'm just going to flick back through and stop on it, and it's this one. Obviously, each week it's a very personal thing. My favourite shot is literally that, and I picked it because I felt that it's a cracking shot. It's technically right in all aspects as far as I can tell, and it literally makes me want to reach out and stroke the feathers, particularly along here. I'd probably get my finger pecked if I did, but it's absolutely spot on and really appealed to me. So well done, Chris Talbot. So on to this week's theme, which is seat, somewhere that someone might sit on, somewhere where somebody is sitting, and I think I'm already started to see some really strong shots for that, so keep it coming. I absolutely love seeing your interpretations of the theme, and I will be sending out an email this week. Got a little bit more free time this week, and I'm going to address some of the common mistakes that I think people are making, having looked back through quite a lot of the shots that are submitted, and then hopefully that'll be a learning point for some people, and keep those pictures coming. It's the way that you learn. Keep taking them, keep posting them, keep getting the feedback, and yeah, really happy to be supporting you. Keep it coming, and I look forward to seeing this week's shots and talking to you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.